Good morning. Here we are. This is unusual, isn't it?
It's a little bit exciting, if I'm honest.
It is exciting. There's a buzz around. Should we say where we are?
So we are at the Excellence in Sussex conference. So it's the first of its kind and hopefully first of many, because there's been, already the buzz is here.
Palpable.
It's palpable. I love that. That's a good word.
On this Saturday, where there's so much going on, there's Eurovision finals, there's FA Cup finals.
Oh, is there?
Yes,
See,
I heard
don't
this
care
morning.
for football, so.
Well, listen, some people do.
Okay.
Apparently, I think it's quite a popular sport. I think it's also International Norwegian Women's Day or Norway Day. I can't remember. Anyway.
Norway Day. What do you do on Norway Day?
I don't know. Cross a fjord.
Okay, and It is also.
Go.
It is International Day Against Homophobia, Biphobia and Transphobia today. So we are both wearing our rainbow lanyards.
We are.
The University of Brighton has a very good ethos around inclusivity. So we're in the right place. Brighton is sunny today as well, which is good.
Pretty much, yeah. So it's all happening, suffice to say. And so the day is just about to begin. We're awaiting the first speaker, which will be Professor Donna Whitehead, I believe.
Yes, and David Webb, who is the Chief Pharmaceutical Officer, who has been on this podcast before.
Oh, he has.
We were not involved, so it'd be nice to actually speak to him this time.
To be fair, we were involved a little bit, but maybe not in the actual interview.
I felt a little bit. I got a bit of FOMO there, yeah.
Did you? Yeah.
It went down really well, and it seems to be one of our best episodes. So,
absolutely.
And rightly so. All of the students did a phenomenal job.
It was amazing.
It was so good. We didn't really have to edit much out at all, did we?
No. Just any bit where you spoke.
So we are here in Sussex, which covers quite a wide spread. I've started my career in Sussex.
Did you? Well, you started your pre-career in Sussex,
I did, because I came to the University of Brighton, so I'm alumni as well.
Yes.
And it's interesting to see. So there's lots of people here that are in my journey to where I am
Who
today.
Who have you seen, Connor?
You
don't have to give names. You don't, but
so I've met
with the career journey.
So I did my pre-reg even pre-reg. So I did my third year placement at Conquest Hospital.
Hastings?
In Hastings, yes, which the students really enjoy as well. So they first gripe a little bit about the fact that there's that long distance to travel.
It's far, but it's a lovely train journey.
It is a great train journey. It's then you've got to get a bus the other end as well.
Okay.
But from that, they then also really enjoy that placement as well. So it's a little bit far out. If you take the travel out of the equation, it is a phenomenal place to do some training. So I actually went back there and did a 4-week summer placement at the end of third year.
Did you? They loved you so much. Well, they bought into the whole Connor package.
Yes, well, I don't know if they loved me. I loved them.
You loved them,
and then I don't know if they had a say in the matter. I was just...
They didn't lock you out.
No, they did. Well, yeah, okay, so they did have a say a little bit. And then from that, then applied for my pre-reg year at Conquest as well. So, I kind of really enjoyed it in third year that I kept going back. So I've seen a couple of the technicians that were there when I was doing my pre-reg year, now the foundation training year.
Yeah.
And they've gone on to do phenomenal things, have moved on from East Sussex Healthcare Trust into other roles, which is fantastic to see, because they were such good trainers.
Yeah.
They were good role models as well for me as a pharmacist. So
tell me this, Connor, because you are ageless. How long ago was that?
Sorry?
Ageless.
Ageless.
I don't know how old you are. I have no idea.
Yes, you do.
You could be 20. You could be 70.
I am 21 again. So that was back in 2014.
Wow.
So it was 11 years ago I started my pre-reg year.
Yeah.
I was saying it's interesting seeing it. So it's 10 years I've been qualified this year, and now I'm back at the university where I
belong.
Began,
let's say.
Began, yes. And now get to see all of these people again, to be like, oh, look. You're still
it's
in
nice,
Sussex,
isn't it?
Yeah.
It's really great seeing people's progression. And as we've seen with the podcast and interviewing lots of people about their pharmacy careers, it can take you in so many different directions that, it's cool to see it.
And hopefully we'll be able to speak to a whole load of those people today.
Let's go out and grab some people.
Yeah, we're going to grab people. So our plan is to get as many
Drink
people.
coffee. Oh, okay,
coffee first. Caffeine first.
Coffee.
Yes.
Although, do you know what? I don't know if you know this.
I've
gone decaffeinated.
Oh. What's the
fine.
point?
Well, listen. Decaffeinated.
I am listening.
Please. Decaffeinated coffee has gotten better over time. I've also understood coffee a little bit better and understand that if you want a decent tasting coffee, you probably have to get the beans and grind it and then go from there. So decaffeinated coffee beans in a French press of a morning, I don't taste the difference.
Really?
I do not taste the difference.
And how was the caffeine-free life treating you?
Beautifully. I'm sleeping better. I don't have that churny-worny tummy thing in the morning. So
the churny-worny is what makes me know I'm alive.
Well, I might be having a coffee here this morning, so we'll see. Caffeinated
you might
one.
need the caffeine today. I think we're going to have to speak to as many people as we can, which is going to be exciting.
Yes.
I guess the other thing I've seen, and I don't think you've had a chance to go down.
I haven't.
There are posters on all of the walls from all across Sussex.
Oh, wow.
So, we're talking about excellence in Sussex.
Yeah.
There is some phenomenal work that's been going on downstairs. So
I will go down there.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we can go and speak to some of those.
Somebody unchains
people.
me from this
Unchange you.
This chair.
Yeah. And we'll go and speak to some people about their posters as well and some of the research that's been going on in Sussex.
Sounds good. Should we go do it?
Let's enjoy the day. We are here. I've sorted out the technical issues.
It's a lot. We've usually got a whole support team around us.
I know, and we're having to do it all.
I know.
Because it's Saturday and they have better things to do. What could be better than being here?
It's hard to imagine. Anyway, we have gone out into the audience, into the throngs of people that are here, and we have managed to fish out the very special Professor Donna Whitehead, who is our new Vice-Chancellor here at the University of Brighton. So welcome, Donna.
Oh, thank you very much. Thanks for having me. It's great to be here.
Oh, completely our pleasure. So my first question for you is, why are events such as this one so important to the university?
Well, I mean, this conference today is about really pharmacy, but it's the reason for the conference is in the DNA of the university, which is all about really breaking down silos by working collaboratively with our staff, our students, external partners, to share best practice, to celebrate it, and really help pharmacists of the future do the right thing, what the world needs. So I think it's an excellent example of what we should be doing more of at the university.
I will always chip in. I didn't say this at the beginning when I said how this podcast would go, but I did chip in.
Didn't want to scare her away.
Exactly. But that's one of the big changes I've seen in academia. My decades of working in academia is just how we've moved away from becoming a separate institution within a city that has its own eco-structure and its own life going on, into going out into the community a bit more, which, I mean, has to be a great thing. And
Totally agree. Totally agree. We're the University of Brighton, but we are Brighton. We're for Brighton, right?
Yeah.
So all the professions, all the industry, all the people, the communities out there are the university, and we are Brighton as well. And so I couldn't agree more.
Yeah, and I love that. I've actually never even thought about it that way. University of Brighton. Yeah, we represent it.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And nicer than that is of Sussex as well.
Yeah.
So, definitely for pharmacy, we are the only university within
Absolutely.
Sussex. So it's great that this event...
We're not the only
pharmacy.
university in healthcare. For
no,
pharmacy.
not for healthcare,
Oh,
but
you
for
are
pharmacy.
dissing a whole
Absolutely
institution
not.
up the road.
No, not
Is this
at
a
all.
row? Is this a row on the podcast?
Yeah, yes, absolutely. We can't work together. We
Gosh,
we
what's
share an
happening
office
here?
and we're like... So I think that kind of leads really nicely on to, you've talked about being the University of Brighton. What do you see the university's role in supporting these kind of events and supporting excellence in healthcare across Sussex?
Well, at a very basic level, the bringing together of people who work at the university, study at the university, and then external partners is just a joy in itself, right? So already I've heard from people who are attending this conference how wonderful it's been to connect again with people who they haven't seen for years, who are from the discipline. And so just the bringing together, is part of our civic responsibilities, I think is fantastic in itself. But beyond that, sharing the cutting edge research, education, the clinical practice is fundamental to the success of the university and the ecosystem of pharmacy and related professions across Sussex.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, we've said already, there's some brilliant posters down there from the research that's happening across different institutes. So, and I've seen different people go and look at different people's posters and have questions about it. So some of my students' work's down there as well from South East Coast Ambulance Trust. So they'll be answering questions from people later. Have you had a chance to look at any of the posters at all?
I haven't yet. I haven't. I've gone straight from introducing the keynote speaker, and then I've listened to the keynote speaker, and then I've come straight up to get involved in this wonderful podcast.
Yeah, definitely. But maybe we'll send you a folder of all of the posters so you can have a look in your own time.
Thank you.
But you were there for David Webb's keynote speech, which we've just come out of, which was had loads of really interesting stuff, particularly around this sort of net zero work that's going on, and has to be a massive thing going forward. Just thinking, are there any takeaway messages that you've got, or that you're taking away with you? You can't take away a takeaway message. Any messages you're taking away?
Oh, again, a reminder of the value of bringing people together to share practice, of course. But there were a few things that he said that I just, this isn't my discipline, I should declare that. So I've learnt a lot just from actually being in attendance. But, one of the things I was really struck by is, he was sharing that, what did he say, about 10% of hospital admissions are as a result of people either who aren't following the guidance about what they should be taking, in terms of what they've been prescribed, or they've been under prescribed, or prescribed and it's led to a reaction of some sort. And you just can see the link between the pharmacy profession and then hospital admissions, and the opportunities there for not just saving money, which of course is always a consideration, but these are people, aren't they? To do the right thing by
Definitely.
people. So there are a couple of takeaways that
we're best placed in the community to kind of help that as well. I think that to add to that, he said that it would obviously be much worse if it wasn't for the pharmacy profession in the first place, but there is still much more room to grow, which is exciting in the next phase of pharmacy. And actually Greg
whispered to me, because I said I didn't know that, and I was sat next to Greg, and he said it's about 20% in the older population, so 10% overall, but 20% in the older population. Yeah. So 1 in 5 hospital admissions related to that. So anyway, I just thought the whole presentation was fantastic, but those are just a couple of my takeaways.
Brilliant. I mean, that is massive. I remember when I first started working in pharmacy, my background is psychology, and somebody said, the pharmacist is often the last person the patient talks to before they go away with their box of medicine. What a crucial time and role that is for getting those messages across, checking understanding.
And I think that there's the stat from the World Health Organization that 50% of medicines aren't taken the way they're supposed to. So either that they're given to other people, or they do, whatever they want based on Dr. Google or what.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
It's huge. So.
Gosh.
So one of the things that I'm going to be doing at this event is meeting up with a group that we've set up with the hospital, which is the Adherence Working Group. So we have that very much on our agenda, about looking at ways that we can train up pharmacy technicians to be detecting non-adherence and tackling it, getting it into systems within hospitals. So it is events like this, and thank you so much for allowing the university to put it on, because it is events like this that enable us to bring the academic research into practice and hopefully get those figures down.
Oh wow, yeah, and again, that's just think of the positive impact that we can have as a result of that. It's amazing. So no, the pleasure's all mine, really. Thank you for having me, not just on the podcast, but actually inviting me to open the conference as well. What a great start to the weekend.
Absolutely.
Hopefully one of many. I think we've said a few times now that it's going to become an annual thing. Maybe not here, but like Excellence in Sussex happening each year. So thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Sian.
Connor.
It is lunchtime.
Yes, I just had a wrap.
I don't think I care.
And I had a banana where you didn't.
I know.
You didn't even find the fruit, so I don't know what to tell you.
I'm a little bit sad that I didn't find the fruit, so I'll have to go down and get an apple or something after this. So,
I'll help you.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yes, you're welcome.
The blind leading the blind in that, I think, a little bit. So we are still at the Excellence in Sussex conference, and I didn't realise the name had changed to Excellence in Pharmacy Sussex. So our poster's wrong.
I mean, it's fair, really, because it is a very pharmacy-focused conference, so it makes sense.
Yes.
And on that note, we have been joined by two of our illustrious pharmacy students. Do you want to introduce yourselves, in fact?
Hi, I'm Sarah, and I'm a fourth-year pharmacy student.
And I'm Huma, and I'm a second-year pharmacy student.
Perfect.
It's great to have you with us. I just wondered, so why are you here? What's brought you here on a Saturday, a sunny Saturday of all things as well?
Two kind of reasons. I have a poster here with Connor, and also there's a picture of me on a poster that I really wanted to see on the poster.
Now you have to explain a little bit more about that, Sarah. What's that?
So just before Christmas, I had a placement with the ambulance service, and they've done a poster about having placement students. But there's a picture of me in a hazmat suit on the poster, which I did tell them they could use, but I did need to see it.
Are you identifiable from it?
Enough.
Okay.
Definitely. It is a fun picture. It is definitely a
now
fun
I
picture.
have to go
Blown
find
up
that.
as well. It's like you're like in a Teletubby suit, basically.
I think it's
isn't
the
it?
main reason. I don't even think it's my poster that I'm here for. I think it's to see the picture.
Love that.
And in all honesty, I came because we have to fill out our portfolio soon
Yes,
for our
you do.
OSCEs.
Yes.
And this evening, Fernando's holding a clinical cap session, so I wanted to see that. But also my friend Ida was like, Huma, this is happening on Saturday, do you want to go? And I was like, okay, fine. So then I have signed up, and I'm actually really happy to be here. I'm glad I signed up.
Yeah, brilliant. So I guess that leads me on to my next question then. What are you getting out of the conference? So we've already had, just to put this into some sort of time frame, we've had Donna Whitehead give the introductory talk, then David Webb gave the keynote speech, and we've just come out of workshops as well. So Huma, what have you got from the sessions so far?
So from the introductory lecture with David Webb, I think the biggest takeaway for me was that pharmacy is like rapidly evolving. It isn't a kind of a niche little degree anymore. You can essentially do anything in it now. You can become a teacher, you can go into clinical research, you can become a patient-based person as well.
Can I just say something?
Yes.
Chris Hemsworth trained as a pharmacy technician.
No,
you
he didn't.
Are joking.
No. There is no way.
Actually, I may have got that wrong. It may have been a pharmacist, but I was just in a workshop and they had a big picture of Chris Hemsworth up there. I was like, what have I walked into? Yes. There you go. You can have that.
I want to work in that pharmacy.
I'm in the same degree as Chris Hemsworth. That's
yeah.
amazing.
I'm not saying he studied at Brighton, and I'm not saying he's here today, but but a picture of him is.
I'm trying to think. He's the Marvel one, isn't he? Or is that a different one?
Oh, I have no idea.
It's one of the brothers is a Marvel one.
All we know is he's a very good-looking fella.
Yes, 100%. I would have to agree with that.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. Yes, it is a rapidly evolving, subject.
Yeah.
Degree, course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
career.
then the workshop that me and Ida attended was the research one led by Dr. Yeoman and Dr. Scott.
Okay.
And I can't lie, walking in, I was like, okay, research, fine. But I'm walking out, me and Ida were discussing, we were like, we want to go into research. We want to talk about, we want to do something with like patient satisfaction, a survey, because it's just all so interesting. You don't really have to, like, my original thought of research was I need to be capable in statistics, I need to be good at this, I need to be good at that, I need to be like, essentially know what I want, but I could just be involved in somebody else's thing in more of like collecting data rather than being like the front of it. So it kind of sparked my like desire to actually do research as well.
Perfect.
Well, that's good because one of the pillars of you as a pharmacist is research. So, and I think that's what this is here for. A lot of that's around the research and getting more pharmacists to be research active. So it's great that even at this point you're thinking, actually, there are things I can do that will help with that and will help with patients
100%.
in the future.
And that's going to start for you from year 3.
Yeah.
You will start getting involved in research projects. So awesome. Sarah.
Well, I've just had the free lunch, which was very nice and very appreciated.
100%.
What did you have?
I had a coronation chickpea sandwich.
That is my favourite
It was a very
vegan
good
sandwich that they
sandwich.
do here at the
I've
university.
had it before on like an ambassadorship when they give us free food.
It's a winner.
Went straight for it.
Yep.
And then David Webb's speech. He did come and speak to the fourth years a few weeks ago, which was really nice.
Oh, okay.
In Grand Rounds?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
So we
did,
got
yeah.
kind of a more detailed version today because it was a little bit longer. So that was nice for him to build upon the points that we'd already kind of learned.
Yeah.
And then I did the simulation suite workshop, which is always very fun.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've got a hospital pre-reg next year, so it's kind of nice just to keep doing things that will kind of help me
Definitely.
next year when I'm doing that.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And then in terms of takeaways then, so you've already given your like research and getting involved in research. Are there any other things maybe from David Webb's talk about what's happening next that is a takeaway for you or something that you want to kind of
When you
look
say
into?
takeaway, I'm just thinking pizza, Indian food.
What should I say instead
No,
of
it is
takeaway?
takeaway,
Okay.
but I'm
'Cause
just on a
you're
food track.
take
It's
it-
lunchtime.
You've just eaten.
I know, I'm
Your tummy
hungry.
needs to shut up.
Rude.
As you said that, the only thing that I thought about was sip enzymes. As you said that, literally my mind went to sip enzymes. Especially because of the clopidogrel thing that David mentioned. Me and Ida were sitting next to each other and he mentioned the sip enzymes and clopidogrel and we immediately go and look at each other and we're like, we know this! We just talked about this.
Fantastic. So pharmacogenomics, I think, is going to be bigger and bigger as
I would
things move
think
forward.
so, yeah. But I think with that comes a lot more patient counselling as well. So if you're going down
definitely.
the pharmacogenomics mode of treating people, you're going to have to think more carefully about counselling around it. Takeaways, Sarah?
Obviously next year I'll be the first prescriber
Yes,
cohort.
you
Yes.
So it was really interesting to hear what you had to say about independent prescribing and things like that.
Yeah.
And kind of think about where it can be used, because I know a few places it can be used, but there's obviously going to be a lot more ways that it's going to start being incorporated for pharmacists to be prescribers. So it was nice to hear what he had to say about it.
Definitely, yeah. What were the numbers again? That we're currently at 2,000 independent prescribers. Next year, 5,000. Oh, I'm making numbers
I think
up.
you are making those numbers
Yeah,
up.
what was it?
Well, I think it was something around 18,000 consultations that have happened with IPs, or whether it was 18,000 pharmacists on the register. As I think the slide
you're
confused me
making
a bit,
numbers
but
up
like
now.
obviously there's about 2,600 graduates that will come out of all schools of pharmacy this year.
Yeah.
That will all be that first cohort of prescriber-ready pharmacists, which is awesome. And I think, like, just to tag on to that, my takeaway was that he's in those rooms saying pharmacy is ready. We are ready to take on this challenge.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
he's
we've been
clearly championing the profession, which is what you would expect of a chief pharmaceutical officer. But I like hearing that he is.
And of pharmacists and pharmacy technicians. And I quite like that idea that in parallel we're moving two professions up in pharmacy, quite quickly to meet that gap and meet that need of patients and the healthcare setting. So, and you're primed and ready to go.
Yeah, it was nice to hear him say it because it's scary.
Yeah,
the thought of it is scary.
Yeah.
So it's nice to hear.
Is it
it's all right.
the responsibility that's scary?
Yeah, and it's something new, so it's not, you can talk to other people maybe in the year above, maybe just pharmacists but they've not had this. Some people I know are independent prescribers, so I can kind of slightly discuss it with them.
Yeah.
It's not the same.
It's not. It's very
That's a good
different what
point.
you're going into.
Maybe we need to get you back next year to talk to our graduating year to reduce that fear a bit.
100%.
I'm going to be all the way in Lancashire. I don't know where you're going to get me.
We can road trip.
Well,
I'd quite like to go to Lancashire.
We'll go to Lancashire.
I love that.
We'll find the budget and.
No, because when he said that as a second year, it kind of brought us a bit of calm that by the time we're out, there'll be trained people who we can look up to. Because I can't imagine going out now as an independent prescriber with the degree and it not being having someone to rely on. I can't imagine it. So I'm happy that we're 2 years later and that we'll have people to look back on.
It's just because you don't have that idea of what's going to happen, because you can't say, oh, when you did this, how did you feel about it?
Yeah.
You are the first. You have to figure it out yourself. Which
Definitely.
I'm not a fan of figuring it out myself.
Oh, the fear of the unknown, I think, definitely. But that is also extremely exciting. And like you said, trailblazers, you get to make that path.
Yeah.
It's the success of what you're able to achieve that will continue to push that forward. So, you're right there and in those numbers, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Do you feel prepared? Do you feel like your degree... I'm putting you on the spot. Do you feel that your degree here... And so you're obviously part of one of the transition cohorts for our new MPharm programme. Do you feel that you've had enough skill build and placement opportunity and things to feel ready for foundation training?
Yeah, I do.
I didn't like that at the start of that. Wow.
By the question.
I do. Yeah, because the new simulation suite and having that experience with that and the extended placements, and also getting that opportunity to have the other placement that we had this year. We had the hospital and the kind of weirder one, and mine was definitely very weird going with the ambulance service. But it was nice to see pharmacists in other places and kind of prepare you for what other people do, not just straight community and hospital.
Yeah, fantastic. Love that. Is there anything else we want to ask, or do we want to let them go back and enjoy their...
I'm just quite interested what sessions you've got now. Have you booked in for sessions this afternoon?
Yes,
Okay.
I am. I'm doing the clinical suite next.
Cool.
Mine's next one.
Okay.
I think I'm going to go to the cardiac one.
Yeah.
Oh, brill.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, we better let you go and get to those events then. And thank you.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
So we've managed to collar David Webb, who is the Chief Pharmaceutical Officer for England, who very kindly has come down. You were the keynote speaker this morning, and we've spoken to some people who have all got great takeaways from your session this morning, which is fantastic. Thank you for joining us. I know you were halfway through eating your sandwich and we've managed to get you here. We just had a couple of quick questions, really. My question is, why do you think events like this are important for excellence in Sussex, or excellence in pharmacy in Sussex, and for the pharmacy profession?
Yeah, thanks, Scott. Well, first off, it's a real pleasure. It's a real pleasure to be here. Southeast coast in the sunshine. It couldn't be much better than this, could it?
And back on the podcast as well. I mean,
back on the podcast
you're a regular
too.
now.
Yeah.
Too. I mean, it couldn't have been too bad last time. In that case.
It is the most listened to episode.
No way.
Yeah.
What
by a long
that's
shot.
Just me, probably. No. So these events are important not just because you have them in a place of great weather, but I think it's so easy in kind of professional life at the moment, where things are very busy, often very challenging to cope with that by sort of locking down a little bit and focusing what you need to do and just sort of staying in that track. Whereas the reality is that in sort of more challenging times, breaking out, spending time with people is the way to not only sort of support yourself and build your own resilience, but get a sense of what the future's about, the sort of why you're doing it, where are we going with all of this. So I think there's kind of two aspects to it from my point of view. There's a content bit, which is things you see and learn and do with other people, and then there's a kind of collegiate bit, which is just kind of sharing experience with other people. And I think both of those say to me why it's important that we have this kind of thing.
I was really interested what you said in your keynote speech, and I think you're absolutely right that we're at quite an unusual time where lots of sectors are in times of flux and in times of pressure. You reflected on how the healthcare system is and the NHS is, and of course in academia we're facing our own challenges as well. And the other thing I really liked that you did was that it's very easy in those times to focus on the negatives and how difficult things are, but you highlighted all of the positive things that are happening. And for me, that's what this event is able to do. It's being able to highlight all those interesting bits of innovation that are going on between the university and between the local health partners. So, yeah, I think you highlighted some really important things.
Yeah, and it's impressive, isn't it, when you see what colleagues are achieving in often quite difficult circumstances. You know, there's a kind of collective pride, really.
Absolutely, yeah.
I feel it anyway.
Yeah,
you
definitely.
know, that sense of, wow, these people are still managing to
Yep.
do these really important things.
Yep.
You know, almost in whatever sector of endeavour you're in. You know, people really commit and try their hardest, and that's quite motivating for me, actually, to take away from events like this.
I mean, I've talked about the posters a few times, but just seeing that breadth of work that's down there, and that people are bringing some of that excellence here, and probably, hopefully, creating new networks of people that want to do similar things and didn't know how to start, or maybe didn't know of certain people that were doing similar work. So even from that sense, I've quite liked the chat that's going on down at lunchtime around all of the posters is fantastic, and that's what these kind of things are for, is building those networks and thinking about that. So I quite like that.
Which leads me on to my question. Have you seen any specific examples of excellence in Pharmacy Sussex? Any of the posters, talks or discussions you've had that have left an impression on you? Yeah,
thanks, Sean. Yes, I have, actually. It wasn't too easy to get around the posters because people wanted to sort of...
People grab you, don't they?
I
found it quite easy myself. No one's bothered me at all.
You'll be able to tell me which posters I haven't remembered correctly. But so I didn't see as many as probably I would like to have. But some that really caught my eye were on the sort of first wall. There was a sort of number of posters from the HIV services, and that I just, because not many people know this, but a long time ago I used to be a sort of HIV specialist pharmacist. In fact, it was so long ago that we were called AIDS pharmacists because they didn't know the causative agent at that time. So it was really nice to see the kind of modern era of that practice. And Heather had also sort of raised a question in the plenary, which was really pertinent too. So that was great. I saw I glimpsed some stuff on medicines optimization in care homes, which I thought was great too, because the reality is that an awful lot of admissions come from older people with multiple morbidity, and so doing something to help those people with their medicine seems really important to me. And then I must give a shout out to Carmen, whose poster on...
he will be pleased.
We were just chatting with Carmen, actually, our fourth year undergrad,
it's a really great poster. He tackled some quite complex stuff about immunotherapy, but it was a great presentation of the data. So those are my snapshots. Unfortunately, I didn't get round the sort of other half of the room. So,
like I said, I'll give you a rundown later.
Everybody
had time to read them all.
Everybody who missed out, my apologies for not giving you a mention.
And so, any takeaways that you've got from any of these sessions? Like, what will you take back to your office?
So I was sort of in the leadership workshop, and there's another repeat of the workshops now. But what I took from that one was the sort of spirit of collaboration, and that also that sense that in a way everybody needs to be on the front foot for leadership. It's quite easy to sort of assume that a small number of figures will be the leaders, and therefore I don't really need to do it. And actually, in the sort of modern era and professional practice, kind of everybody has to take that behaviour and lead in their sector. And I really picked that up strongly from what people were saying. In fact, they were saying, wasn't it a shame there weren't the students in the leadership section, because almost from day one when you're out in the field, you will be the leader in your sort of discipline. And then we were talking, I heard the conversation was a bit more about, well, that almost sort of typifies the issue, because it probably as an undergraduate you're thinking, that's for very senior people, isn't it? And actually the way we crack that is to say, no, this is your game right from the start. As much as the knowledge, that expectation is very important.
There's probably something that we can learn as educators there as well about embedding that more into the curriculum, or I don't know if the explicit curriculum or the hidden curriculum about developing leadership. Something for you to work on, Connor.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, well, it sits in our skills matrix, doesn't it? So you've got leadership, you've got mentoring in there, but I think you're right. They don't feel confident enough at that point to be, that's for somebody else. And in reality, we need to enthuse them to say, no, you need to be in these rooms. You are, leaders, and that is where you're going in every aspect. So clinical leadership as well is, what does that look for you in your day to day? So that's a take home for us to think a little bit more about how do we make them more confident to be in those rooms, even as student pharmacists.
I think that would be terrific. I mean, partly I think it feels a little inaccessible because sometimes we still sort of expect quite old-fashioned leadership behaviours,
Mm-hmm.
don't we? That sort of, hesitate to say, but that kind of great man or great woman view of the world. And actually, the more contemporary thinking about compassionate leadership, I think, makes it a little bit more accessible to all.
Mm.
That's something that we all should be able to do, right? It's because it doesn't require you to be in charge of anything in particular.
Yeah.
It's just how you view your contribution in that way.
Interesting. And I guess it will, it is slowly changing. I think the world is changing so quickly at the moment. And I don't know, our students at the moment are learning in different ways. They're coming into the university with different skill sets and different mindsets of how they access information. But maybe that leadership model will change over time as well, that everything is slightly more collaborative within the university.
That's a good point.
Okay, right. We better let you get back to your
thank
next
you.
workshop. Where are you
Where
off
are
to
you
now?
off to?
I'm going to... which one did I pick for myself? I think this research.
Nice.
With Dr. Yeoman.
Yeah,
and
I'm
Dr.
Professor
I'm
Yeoman.
so sorry. I am
Demoted
my
him.
gosh.
He's got his inaugural.
And it's on Wednesday,
on
isn't
Wednesday,
it? Yes,
yeah.
he does. See, maybe.
sounds like it was a good pick.
Yeah.
for my point.
Yeah, definitely. Well, enjoyed that, and thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for
Thank
taking
you.
some time to come and chat with us again.
That's a real pleasure. Thank you.
So we have snuck out of one of the sessions.
That's naughty, isn't
No,
it?
it is a little bit, isn't it? But we've managed to grab a couple of our colleagues to have a little chat about the conference and why it's here and why at the university. So we've got Dr. James Cole, who is the Dean of the School of Applied Sciences, and we have Alice Conway with us, who has many hats. Which hat are you wearing today?
Today I'm wearing my workforce hat, so supporting workforce for pharmacy across Sussex. Very proud to be doing this, and thank you very much for inviting me to your podcast.
Yeah, well, thank you for coming.
Thank you for having us.
So, Alice, you're like, this is your baby, isn't it? In a way, it
I'm
is.
so proud, and I'm so happy today. So it's been a work of we had a bit of some ideas about it, well over a year ago, and to see it happening on this Eurovision Day is such a coincidence. Had to get that in, of course. Yeah, it's just wonderful. It's just incredible collaboration. With University of Brighton, and all of our wonderful kind of pharmacy family in Sussex. So yeah, really proud of it.
And it's going so well.
It's lovely walking in and seeing that buzz of people chatting and picking up old friends, old colleagues. I've got lots of people who've been in the University of Brighton many years ago, coming back, sharing and showcasing their incredible work, and just saying, "Hi, how are you doing?" and bumping into Professor Yeoman and Greg and Graham, whatever. It's just so fantastic, those chats. So that's been a real highlight for me, seeing that legacy that the University of Brighton has instilled.
Yeah, I can absolutely feel that as well. And I've seen lots of undergraduate students who've come up and said hello, and it's amazing to see how far they've come. But thinking about it for the sort of the development of the profession as well, why are events like this important for pharmacy?
So I think it's a given opportunity for undergraduates, foundation, newly qualified, all the way up to advanced consultancy, to showcase the great work they've been doing within our profession. And again, this is also technicians, pharmacy technicians, pharmacists across there, and to actually be recognised of all the incredible things they're doing, as well as that amazing networking as well, and camaraderie, the pharmacy family that we have in Sussex.
Claire's going to love that you keep saying
Yes,
pharmacy family.
Pharmacy family is
Yeah.
definitely her phrase, isn't it?
It is.
I think you're right, though, because we've definitely seen a lot of that buzz of people reconnecting. So there's people I haven't seen for more than 10 years, and they're like, "Oh, how are you doing?" Which has been fantastic to kind of see their journeys, but also I think for them also seeing my journey a little bit has been...
Do you?
What?
Do you
I
think
what?
that?
Well, maybe I'm just thinking of myself a little bit there, sorry.
It's allowed. It's okay. I'm sure they are thinking
Yeah.
that.
And we were saying about, I keep bringing up the posters because I think that's one of my favourite things is actually getting that work from across Sussex put up on those walls downstairs so then people can talk about them. And David Webb was saying that he only managed to get halfway around the posters because he was being he had lots of people to talk to, rightly so, and has missed out on seeing the rest of the posters, and he hopes to go back down and see the rest of them. So,
and it's lovely seeing is that we've I think thank you, the posters were printed out really kindly, by the University of Brighton. That's really, really generous and lovely of them to do that, which meant people were just so chuffed seeing their work in a poster and having their friends or whatever taking photographs of them by it. It's really lovely seeing that. And what our plan is, this fact they're being printed out is fantastic. There's going to go back and be displayed in their place of work, everybody else to see, and also taken to hopefully pharmacy national conferences and spread the word. So that's a little bit that will ripple out that support for showcasing work.
Brilliant.
Definitely. And building research as well.
Yeah. James, what from a university perspective then, or the school's perspective, why is it important to facilitate events like this?
Well, I think to sort of, without being too dramatic, but if you think about the health sector and the education sector at this point in 25 are facing a lot of change and uncertainty, and we've all got to look forward, in some cases quite far, kind of 2030, 2035, in terms of how are we going to be part of the solutions that the world is going to be facing. And education has a key part in that. The health service has a key part in that. And what's kind of struck me just thinking about that pharmacy family element is that the only way that we will be able to survive and adapt successfully and nimbly across all of these spheres and these challenges is by working together. It's not by kind of siloing into profession or post education and education. It is about building up that community that spans those borders. I mean, whether your listeners or you record this, but I'm an evolutionary archaeologist, so if you think about evolution, when you specialize in silos too much, what typically that means is when conditions change, you go extinct, and the only way that you actually survive change is by being diverse. So having this kind of event where you're bringing in university, you're bringing in practitioners, you're bringing in the whole suite of where this career and this profession goes, means that we are building a foundation for survival, for proactive and positive engagement with the future to affect something that is really good.
Love that.
That was profound.
It was profound.
Loved that.
Unusual for me.
What was in your sandwich at lunch?
I was thinking exactly the same thing.
I had a veggie New Yorker.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay, right.
So we're back on this sustainability thing a little bit, because everybody we've spoken to has had a non-meat based sandwich, which is, did you have?
Can I just say that was actually been working so closely with the South Coast, and actually the sustainability is so important. So we've done things like vegan, vegetarian. The fact,
it was intentional.
Absolutely, a big sustainability theme throughout the conference. They're working really well to make it work. With bring your own name badges and no
the
paper.
Other thing I noticed, Alice, no water bottles.
Absolutely,
well done.
Absolutely,
because they are almost always in every conference. Water bottles everywhere.
Well, the idea is the posters are going to be sustainable, so they'll be taken back, and used at other conferences and the people's work. We're doing as much as possible for that to really, really value that theme.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciated that, and we didn't even realise that was considered part of it. But we've definitely talked about some of the things that have been done, and thought it was done well. So, and now we know it was intentional, which is even better. Fantastic.
So, Alice, the theme of this conference, the title of it is Excellence in Pharmacy Sussex. So, just thinking about all of those posters that are on down there in the workshops, what particularly strikes you about anything that you've seen that reflects excellence in Sussex?
Okay. So, I'm a pharmacist education development through and through, and what I really is drawn to me is the work around mentoring, which I think is absolutely fantastic. So those those mentors who are giving their time up and loving mentoring, whether it's undergraduates or newly qualified or whatever stage, with a passion. That to me, I've just loved seeing that piece of work. And also very much a lot of work about how we support community pharmacists doing their independent prescribing course, and the reach out to GP practice pharmacists to be their DPPs to supervise that. So that's a really exciting bit of work as well that I've really enjoyed kind of reading about. But again, what I've really also loved is the fact we've got undergraduate posters up there, we have got trainee pharmacist posters up there, we've got pharmacy technicians presenting their work, that plethora of work, we've got consultant, pharmacists presenting work. It's just incredible, the diversity, every sector, all of different organisations. That to me has been really, really fantastic.
Yeah.
And it just shows that it doesn't matter at what stage in your career you're at, there's always something that you can contribute. And we were saying about building that confidence of the student pharmacist, that actually even at undergraduate level there are things that you bring to the table, from leadership, from mentorship, and you can just continue to build that through the whole of your career. So it's great that it's all here.
And what's lovely is that one of the workshops, so clinical assessment skills through the simulation, where we've got Amy and Fernando leading that, they have got 3 undergraduates helping with that workshop. Fabulous. They've come in specially, given up their time, and also we've got to people to come in and see your amazing simulation suite, which is like they'd no idea how the University of Brighton has changed in the fabric.
Yeah,
so
massively over the last 5 years. Yeah,
and people need to come in and see what's happening.
Yeah,
so that's great. Another kind of, I think, something that's kind of fantastic about this conference.
Brilliant. Thank you, James. Any messages you're taking away from the day?
I think there's a couple for me. One is slightly biased, and that is just sort of seeing the amazing reach that the university has had in terms of Sussex, and the reach of the alumni, and how accomplished many of our sort of past students have become through their professional engagement, which I think is something to be really celebrated for. But the other key thing is also just kind of looking at the mix of people here, and agreeing with everything that Alice has said, and the whole spirit of the event that's been captured is just the willingness of everyone to kind of work together in an interested, engaged, kind of kind and inquisitive way to make things better. And I think there's a great source of hope there then, in terms of where we are, not just as multiple institutions or cross disciplines, but just there's a general fundamental level of hope there that is often perhaps unrecognised in a time of great turmoil and change. And I think that's something we should hang on to and celebrate.
Agreed. Very positive. Thank you. And my takeaway message is to go and get that sandwich. Get the vegetarian
Yes.
New Yorker.
It does sound good.
Yeah.
It was good, except I spilt it all over my shirt.
Thank you very much.
Thank
you for your time.
Thank you.
Brilliant.
Sian, we're back again.
We are back again.
I feel like
actually, we haven't really left the pod.
No, we've not. We've
in the
been
afternoon,
here.
have we?
Rightly or wrongly so, I don't know.
I don't know. Let's not judge it.
Well,
There's no need.
there is no need to judge.
No.
Say, have you guys had lunch yet?
We did have lunch.
Right, okay.
We did have lunch.
We
Connor still hasn't found the fruit.
I've
you?
not had a chance to
You've
go
no.
and get an apple.
Listen, if I don't eat, like within quarter of an hour past 12, I'm
That's
just
it.
awful.
Hangry.
Hangry.
Really
yeah, I had to tell
hangry.
you the other day.
You ran away from
I
me
said,
the other
just
day.
stop.
Just stop talking
Yeah,
and just
I've got
ran.
to go and eat.
I'm the opposite. I've
Oh,
been too
really?
overexcited to eat anything yet. So I have
think
eaten an
that's
apple,
better.
but that's it. So
Oh,
I'm
wow.
starving now.
Oh,
So
you
after
will
this,
be,
I'm going to
Oh my
go and wolf
I
my
love
sandwich.
that. Oh, you're so excited.
I
that
get too
you're-
overexcited at things like this.
So clearly we've been joined by some more guests, lucky us. I feel like it's a bit of a surprise guest kind of situation, because I've never met you. I know you work in pharmacy, but I don't know any more than that. So maybe we could start by you introducing yourselves, and just tell us your name and your role.
Okay,
And
so
where you work.
okay, my name is Claire Butler. I'm a specialist mental health pharmacy technician. I work for Sussex Partnership Trust, and I cover the community mental health teams across Brighton and Hove. And with my main focus being on the assertive outreach team, so we look after people in their homes who have severe and enduring mental health issues. All of our patients have psychosis, and so yeah, that's my role.
Okay, thank
it's
you
a great
very
one.
much. Interesting, yeah.
And I'm Jeannie Bluesick. I'm a specialist mental health pharmacy technician. I work for the Early Intervention in Psychosis Service. I cover a whole of Sussex, so I cover 6 teams, and look after patients who have that first kind of entry into mental health. So this is where we assess them if they have psychosis.
Okay.
And basically what to do next with them.
Brilliant. Thank you. So clearly you know each other.
We do.
Yes.
Yes.
They work in the same trust.
I'm hearing that. Yeah. See
And
how I linked the ideas together?
Definitely.
Thank
and
you.
I went to your session this morning that you both presented at on the role of a specialist pharmacy technician, and absolutely loved it. And I'm also very jealous. So
tell us what you're jealous of, Connor.
Well, it's definitely the phlebotomy. It's definitely the clinics, and you've said about that definitely still being very patient focused. So I think, as you said, it's difficult to kind of carry on and move up and support and continue to support patients on the ground. But I like that both of your roles are very like hands-on and supporting patients, on the ground, which is lovely. I forgot what I was going to say, so we'll leave that there.
All right, thank you for that. Slick.
I had something really poignant to add to that, and it's gone.
It will come
Damn
back.
it.
I'm sure it will come back to you. So, given the theme or the title of the conference is Excellence in Pharmacy Sussex, I'm just thinking, you've obviously given your own presentation today and done your own workshop. Have you had a chance to have a look around at other things that are going on?
We haven't had a chance to, really, but we've had a look at some posters and sort of networked a lot, which is, one of the bonuses of coming to these sort of conferences.
Definitely.
I don't know whether you have, Claire.
We have, because we've had to do two sessions of our talk. There were things I was really interested in going to see. It was really good to hear Danny, who's the wound care pharmacy technician, so she's another specialist pharmacy technician in this area. And it's, like Ginny said, it's been really amazing to network. I worked at the Royal Sussex back in 2003, so I'm seeing all of the people lots of pharmacists who were pre-reggers when I was dispensary team lead.
Yeah.
They were my baby pharmacist trainees, and now they're all doing these amazing roles. So it's been really lovely to kind of catch up with people.
That's been coming out from a number of people that we've spoken to, that one of the nice things about today's event is just seeing, I'm not going to say old, familiar faces, or faces from your past or that you've met in other parts of your career, and now you're seeing them again, and they've gone off and done different things, and the advancements, and that's been a real positive.
It's been amazing. And I met Alison Warren. She is amazing.
Yeah, she is amazing. She does a lot of work here at the university, teaching all the cardiology stuff to our second years.
So when I worked at the county, she was our cardiology pharmacist. And so after David's talk this morning about the gap in mental health, people with mental health issues, that gap in the life expectancy that's really prevalent. It's something on our mind.
That was up front in his keynote speech this
and
morning,
it's
wasn't
massive.
it? Yeah.
And so Alison came and found me earlier on, and we're talking about collaborating, maybe doing something on cardiovascular disease between us. So we do a lot of physical health monitoring. It's really high on our kind of minds. And so she's talking about maybe doing some sort of research. This is what I really want to get into. Some sort of something to do with that. So that's been, for me, the best thing about today so far is hooking up with Alison and going to come up with that plan.
Brilliant.
Well, we've said that is definitely with the posters. So if you've had a chance to look at the posters, somebody else brought it up before I did.
I know, Mr. Poster Boy.
I know, but it's great because it's a little snapshot into what people are doing and what excellence in Pharmacy Sussex is actually happening, without having to go to a talk, or you can just, as you walk around, have a little look at some posters and find some names, write some things down. And some of them have QR codes on that you might be able to look at bigger pieces of work and maybe link in with people and think, actually, it'd be really good with my patient population to look at this. So hopefully there's some of that that's come out of this.
Clearly there is,
There is at least one. N of one, Sean.
Let's include Alison as well, N of two.
Okay, N of two.
Yeah, and we bought a poster. So we did a poster for the APT UK conference last year.
What's APT?
So the Association Pharmacy Technicians UK.
Yeah.
Goodness, I'm on a branch committee with the College of Mental Health Pharmacy. I should know that.
You probably never had to say it out
loud. Never say it.
What the names are before,
So we did a poster in our trust of, in our clozapine clinics, so pharmacy technicians and nurses can give out laxatives to people who are constipated who come to our clozapine clinic. So we wrote a MORP, so medicines administered under protocol, and we made a poster and we took it to the conference and we won.
Oh, well
so
done.
Our poster's down there, but we've had people come to us and talk to us about that, and we're going to hand over some of our work on that because...
What have you won?
We won a rosette.
What colour was the rosette?
We got 2. We got a red and a silver.
Silver.
Yeah.
I love that. Where are those rosettes now?
They're stuck to the poster.
They're downstairs on the post. Oh, hang on. Was the rosette given at this event, or did you?
No, we brought it with us.
You brought it with you. Good. And where?
Of course you did.
If it's not on the poster, where is it? Is it on your mantelpiece at home?
Don't know where. Who has it?
Becky has it.
Oh, Becky has it.
Yeah,
Oh, she's claimed
I don't know
it.
where it lives. Yeah.
Becky Jarvis is our lead pharmacy technician,
and she looks after the rosette.
She's obviously kept it.
A rosette monitor,
probably. Yeah, on her mantelpiece.
Why not?
But these posters, they're amazing. Obviously, the ones that Sussex Partnership have done. But it's also things that we do all the time that people don't realise that.
Yes.
Yeah.
We do.
Yeah.
We just kind of yeah. We've done that. Yeah, we hand out Senna and DocuSate to our clozapine patients, but actually, no other sort of service or clinic or trust does it.
Yeah.
So what's standard practice for you?
Yeah.
Is completely innovative for somebody else because they've never thought that it was something that was possible.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's nice to have that recognised, that other people see that as something quite special. And when we were talking to David Webb earlier, and he brought it up in his keynote speech, that in these times of turbulence and turmoil within healthcare and within academia, it's very easy to focus on all the things that are going wrong and the challenges, and then just speaking out about the great things that are happening and the positive things that are being delivered.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I don't think
really
we do that
motivated.
enough.
No,
and
we don't.
this is a great opportunity to do that.
Yeah,
yeah.
Conferences and
and just to see the advancing roles of pharmacy technicians. So I qualified in '99.
Okay.
And I checked stock drugs in a cupboard.
Yeah.
And then this year I've started a postgrad certificate in mental health therapeutics.
I'm glad you brought that up because that was one of my, I just wanted to highlight. Tell us a little bit more about that. So, because it was obviously in your talk, this is something quite new and quite exciting for you, isn't it?
Really excited. So as pharmacy technicians, we don't have to have a degree as part of our training. It was a course that we did, so we weren't able to do the postgrad certificate, obviously, because it's postgrad.
Yeah.
But not long ago, it was decided that so Aston University will allow pharmacy technicians with a relevant experience to do the course. So our pharmacy team we didn't have the funds. We have a really tiny budget. I think we have about 60p each.
Wow.
So we put out.
What can you get for 60p?
Spoke to an apple. Yeah.
Apple, yeah.
Spoke to the teams that I cover and asked if anyone had any spare training budget, and one of the teams did, and so they basically paid half of the course for me.
Brilliant.
So, yeah.
So is Aston the closest place that you can do that? Or
it's distance learning.
Okay,
so I don't know if they're the only university that offer that, but they
Okay.
are definitely the main one that are offering
good
it.
luck. When has it started?
It starts in January.
Are you enjoying it?
I couldn't tell you how much I'm enjoying it. Yeah.
I couldn't possibly talk about it.
It's blown my mind. So all of the stuff that I see in practice and all the stuff that I know from seeing patients over the years is suddenly being, I'm learning all the clinical knowledge to back that up, and it's like a light bulb's gone off in my head.
Oh,
like,
that's fantastic.
This is why I'm learning about enzymes and all that kind of thing, loads of stuff. So it's really relevant to my practice, and I'm 4 months in and I'm already using it.
How brilliant.
Amazing.
And so things like initiatives like that keep enthusiastic people like you wanting to stay in the career. So brilliant for your career development,
and a great way of using you as a great door to opening for me to do it. Can't wait. And Claire's been an absolute. I look up to Claire. She doesn't know this. I look up to Claire.
Now.
Loads.
You could serenade her. You've got the microphone.
I can. I mean, you're a fantastic, amazing pharmacy technician.
There you go.
And
we need mentors. We need good
We do.
mentors.
We do.
There we go.
And role models and leadership that isn't in leadership roles. So I think everybody there's been lots of things that have come out of what people have been talking about. There are themes that are kind of woven throughout, and it's fantastic that you've got somebody who is a role model to you that works in the same trust, and hopefully that's your trajectory if you wanted it.
It is.
Yeah, and it works both ways.
You
of
better
course,
watch your back.
No, Jeannie's role is she's the first pharmacy technician working in early intervention in the country, I think.
In the
aren't you?
country,
really?
yes. They don't have early intervention psychosis technician, pharmacy technician, at all. Yeah, in the UK,
Wow.
I'm the first.
Do you
So,
see that expanding out more?
I hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope so. I'm
suppose-
literally by doing the physical health clinics. This is just the tip.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
so much I can do.
Yeah.
There's
This
so
is
much
where
more
that
to do.
research comes into it, doesn't it? And
Yes,
getting
it
those
does.
posters out there and seeing
Absolutely.
Showcase.
Yeah.
showcasing.
Yeah.
Definitely. So we probably need to get them on for a full episode
We
because
probably
you've
do.
got so much to talk
We
about
probably do.
that we probably need to get you.
Does it
both
have to be
back in.
pharmacy?
I mean,
It doesn't have to be.
it
no.
doesn't have to
I mean,
be pharmacy,
yeah.
but
What other interests could we explore?
Well,
Shortbread and
Sort-
Tom Hardy.
short-
shortbread, Tom Hardy,
Hardy.
and your dog.
and my dog.
Can't remember the
yeah.
name.
Coco.
Coco.
All right, I'm up for that. I'm up for that.
And Claire's baking skills. They're
And-
incredible.
Your phenomenal tent. Was
Barry.
it Barry the whatever it was.
Bell tent.
Bell tent.
Barry the
Yeah.
Bell Tent.
Oh,
Okay.
beautiful
I
tent.
feel like I should have gone to your workshop. I feel I really have missed out here. Okay. What can you tell us a little bit about Barry the Bell Tent?
He's rainbow coloured. He's
Love
5 foot wide
Yes.
and very tall. And to wake up in Barry is happiness.
I can imagine. I used to have a bell tent, but it was just a beige bell tent. And even that, with the sun coming in, it just
Oh.
gives a lovely glow. But if
Yeah.
you've got rainbow panels,
Honestly.
I love that. That's
It's
a little
amazing.
smile in my heart.
And rainbows, I see all the lanyards.
Yeah,
It
we've
is
got it.
Ida Hobbit Day today as well. So International Day Against Homophobia,
Homophobia.
Biphobia and Transphobia.
Amazing.
So
Oh,
we've,
okay.
we've got a rainbow bell tent and rainbow lanyards,
There we
which is
go.
fantastic.
Right, with pride.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think, do
We
we
should
want
let-
to do the take home or just let them?
I think we
we've
should
talked
let them
enough,
get back
yeah.
into the
Thank
day.
you so much.
Thank you for
Thank
having
you.
us.
Thank
It's
you
been
for
very
having
exciting.
us. Yes. Thank you.
We're getting to the end of the day now. Connor, how are you feeling?
I am feeling energized,
Are
actually.
you?
I
I'm
mean,
feeling energized.
yeah, we've had some fantastic conversations with lots of brilliant people.
There's a buzz. There's definitely a buzz, but everybody's gone back into workshops and things now.
Yes.
But we found lingering in the dark corridors our very own Claire May.
Hi both, how's it going?
It's going good.
It's been really, really good fun, actually.
It has.
I just wonder what sessions have you been to today?
So, primarily I came to represent the Royal Pharmaceutical Society
Oh,
and
nice.
be a representative for them to try and ensure that people knew that the professional body was something that was there for them and what they might be able to get out of it. So I've spent quite a bit of time on the stall meeting new people,
Lovely. Have much
encouraging.
interest?
Yes, we have seen that quite a few of our colleagues are already members.
Good.
Maybe some key people who aren't. So we've been
Okay.
definitely, I wouldn't say the hard sell, but
Oh.
we've been
Okay.
definitely telling them the benefits. So primarily there, and then I've also been part of the leadership.
Oh, for the
Workshop.
organising. Oh no. Oh, okay.
The
The
workshop.
leadership workshop.
This is the one that
yes.
David Webb was talking about. so
Yes, and he said it was all brilliant apart from this Irish woman. He didn't say that.
Now, in fairness, I did have a few things to say. And
Okay.
basically, there was a lot of talk around how do our students fit into all of this.
Mm.
And, the fact that leadership's for everyone, it's not just...
that is
Yes,
what
he
is
said that had come out of it. He had clearly been paying attention.
He had.
Yeah.
And clearly I had as well, which
Brilliant.
is good to
I love
hear.
it when people, you get the same message from two people that have been in the same room.
Yeah, and I think that's important for us all, isn't it? When
Yeah.
we start to think about, what does leadership mean?
Absolutely. It's not just for those few people at the top of an organisation. We're all potentially leaderships or in leadership roles within something. Or
Yeah. Or are we just sort of leading our own lives? But yeah.
Well, we're leading something.
Yeah. So that was really, really great. And what I thought was maybe we need to make that more explicit to our
Mhm.
students as we move
Yes.
through.
definitely. We'd had a little bit about
We
that chat
had.
with David actually around making them more confident that leadership starts wherever you want to start that leadership, and you need to be in those rooms and have those conversations. And David quite eloquently put that leadership is for them and they are the future. So actually, it's at what point do you get involved in that? It's now.
Yeah, and that's something that I think, had at the core of what we were doing when we developed our new M-Farm.
Well, yeah, as Connor pointed out, it's one of the skills in the matrix, isn't it? Of our pharmacy skills matrix.
So it could be an interesting project for someone to pull out. What are they saying in year one, and how's that moving through the year groups to see? Do we see that develop? Because of course our matrix spirals.
It spirals,
Spirals.
It does.
I feel like you're giving us a job, Claire. Like we've got to.
No, sorry, that was not the intention.
But someone should look at this.
Not us.
So, in terms of being here from the Royal Pharmaceutical Society, why are events like this important for the profession? Would you say?
I think, from a whole profession perspective, whether you're a member of the RPS or not, and clearly I would advocate that people do look at getting, certainly at least understanding what it means to be a member, and therefore hopefully that resonates with them, and they will get involved. But I think for me the big thing about these types of events is, as you said earlier, you feel energized.
Yeah.
And it's about that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Seeing what is possible, what's on our local doorstep.
Yeah.
And I think Sussex has a huge pool of talent.
Absolutely.
The doorstep is massive.
I don't want to have to clean it.
No.
So on that then, there are lots, as Connor keeps harping on about, there's some amazing posters downstairs. No, it's good. You're enthusiastic, and there are loads of exciting projects going on, and we can see some of them in the posters downstairs and in the workshops going on. So what particular examples of excellence in pharmacy have you come across today?
Well, going to the posters and thinking about what are they highlighting, and it's clear that our students, so we shout out to Sarah Cook, who worked with Shani.
Oh yes, and myself.
Oh, sorry, of course.
Well, no, I was just on the sideline.
Yeah, you were just
all Sarah.
You were just that link, weren't you?
A
that
conduit,
link in the chain.
a conduit.
But she did an amazing project that's actually going to have real impact.
Yes.
Like how?
Oh, it was amazing because. Yes, I was.
No, I said that.
You can
and
both
I'm also
say
going to say, yes, it was amazing. I was her assessor, along with Connor, who was her supervisor for the Project Vivas last week. And yeah, I thought, well, that was just great.
But how good
It has tangible
Yeah.
change, yeah.
But that's from a student,
Yeah.
a student pharmacist, through obviously very great support, Shani.
Absolutely.
Was able to have something that is going to have a real impact to our local population. So that has to be excellent.
Yeah.
Definitely.
That's the example.
I like that. Thank you.
And there's lots of student posters down there.
Yeah.
So Alice quite nicely put earlier that it was bringing everybody together. So you've got student pharmacists work there. You've got foundation trainee pharmacists work there. You've got newly qualified pharmacists. You've got pharmacy technicians and specialist pharmacy technicians, all the way up to consultant pharmacist work, all being presented in posters, and all of a very similar quality of what is happening in Sussex, which is great to bring people together and hopefully give them that enthusiasm to realise I can do that, I can make a real change and get involved in research.
Because for me, that's the other theme that's coming through today is this idea of breaking down barriers and getting out of silos. And Donna said it in her her interview. I think she said it in her introductory speech as well. David said it as well in his keynote speech, that it's important that we work together as a community, not just between the university and our integrated care board and all of the systems that work within that, but within healthcare as well, and breaking down the barriers between professions. And it's been clear for me from today that's what's going on, and that's what produces excellence.
Yeah, and that doesn't happen through a one-off conference. So
no.
We do need to see how can our local organisations, whether that's NHS, whether that's the University of Brighton, RPS, our leadership body, helps to make this a reality for, an annual basis, or biannual or whatever that looks like, because you want to harness that enthusiasm.
I could host it at my house. I could do it with some sandwiches.
What, like 5 people? Like
Yeah,
what's
5 people. I can do some cucumber sandwiches, some squash. I'll even play some music if you want. I'm
pushing the boat out there, yeah.
Do you have a disco ball?
Do you know what? I used to have a disco ball hanging in my living room. I did.
Wow.
I know.
A full-size disco ball?
An actual disco ball. And I've still got the hook in the corner of the room,
so it could
hanging
come
from the
back.
ceiling. It could come back, but it sparks so many questions about what do you hang off that. Anyway, younger days.
But yeah.
An egg chair, right?
Sorry?
An egg
chair. Yeah, or a hanging basket.
Or a hanging basket.
Yeah, one or the other.
Just so, I just
Thank
needed
you.
to clarify.
Thank you very much. But yes, you're right. These things will not come out of one event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, in terms of what you're going to take forward then, are there any take home? I've been saying takeaway the whole time.
And
I'm
it's
just thinking about
making me
pizza.
hungry,
Yeah. Any take home messages that you're going to take forward, or any new collaborations that you're thinking about from this event?
Yeah, I think take home message might be just be a good role model.
Oh,
You
that's
know.
a good one. Yes.
Because it doesn't need to be more
It doesn't need to be
complex
more.
than that.
We just spoke to 2 pharmacy technicians, a specialist pharmacy technician working in mental health, and that came out of that
Oh.
just the mentorship between them.
Yeah.
Clearly so important.
Yeah, and I think, I'll keep going back to the students. Maybe that becomes a bit repetitive, but, they are
It
the
is
lifeline.
and it
They're
is your
the
job role.
lifeline. Yeah.
It's your job role.
Okay, fair enough. Good point. But yeah, I think if they can see us getting excited and enthused about, the future, then that has to be a good thing.
I think so.
Wouldn't it be great to have had more students here? Because actually the students that are here are taking so much away.
know.
They're going to be big old sponges that are just, even those interactions with different people and just seeing the pharmacy technicians and the pharmacists and everyone there talking about whatever they're talking about, or those discussions in the breakout rooms and stuff, is kind
I
of
think
building their...
I think it will naturally happen if we run
we
it
keep
again. Or
going.
if it,
Yeah.
I say we. I had nothing to do with running it, but if it gets run again, then it will naturally just get bigger.
And I think that came out of the leadership workshop. There was many of the pharmacists there wanted to see more student pharmacists.
Mm-hmm.
And I do wonder, Connor, if having people mixing together, having lunch together, just those brief talks to each other, if that would be potentially something that would mean that when they go to their placements, it doesn't feel quite so scary.
Interesting.
That maybe, you're the person
Some
I
familiar
seen
faces.
at the conference.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I've seen Connor before. I
I was
do
like,
work with him.
Do I need to introduce you here?
But
Yeah.
it's nice because then you can smile at them, hopefully, or not.
Yeah.
But you can have that instant, hopefully, commonality.
What I say,
Commonality.
commonality.
You got it.
And what was interesting, and what I've seen a few times, I'm going to just call it out because I just thought it was really nice to see, is so Sarah, we talked about Sarah and the poster around pouches. Wandering around this conference today with the chief and deputy chief pharmacist for South East Coast Ambulance, and I'm like, what a connection to have made and to
Absolutely.
have spent time with.
Yeah.
That's broken down those barriers about, that's a scary person I can't
Yep.
talk to, that they're spending time together at this conference, which is...
Have we come back to the farm family?
Oh my gosh, Claire, the amount of times that people have talked about a
Pharmacy
family.
but still the essence is there.
I know. I told you I was right.
You
All
are
those
right.
years ago, and
I
we
know.
just scoffed at you,
Yeah,
and
You
now...
did.
Yeah.
You all laughed
Mocked
at me.
you, in fact.
You did mock
I know.
me.
And
I
I
told you it was
apologise.
what was
You-
needed.
you were
I
right.
said. But,
Well, I'm listening
as my
now.
husband says, I'm always right.
Oh, thank you, Claire.
Yeah, thank
you so much.
And thank you both for doing this, because I think this will hopefully be part of that promotion for those to know what is possible,
Yeah.
what you've missed out on,
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
On.
Missed
I
out
think,
on.
Yeah.
So hopefully, yeah.
And what to look forward to in future years.
What to look forward to.
Definitely.
Oh, the Mug Hub.
I also quite like the conference podcasting as well. I love this idea of just grabbing people, speaking to people, recording little snippets. So we did it last year when we went to European Association of Hospital Pharmacists conference in Bordeaux around sustainability. That was a little bit more chaotic.
Yeah, well, it was our first time of doing it. We weren't really sure what to do. And this is on our home turf, so we've managed to confidently set ourselves up in the Huxley foyer as if we own the place.
Oh, we do. For right now, we do.
For right now. But yeah, you're right. We should do more of it.
It's quite a fun little tactic.
It is.
Thank you.
Thank you both.